Hello and welcome back to Design Thinking. This module is on analyze. So we already saw what the theory behind analyze was with lots of examples, stories, and so here we are with a practical demonstration of how it is applied in a real world problem. So here I am with my students, my TA, my teaching assistant, to see how to apply this so that you can get a good idea on how to apply it on a real world problem. As always, we have our trusted sticky notes to help us with that. So we will show you using these and the techniques that I described earlier, which were 5 whys or multiple whys, multi-why analysis, and the conflict of interest analysis. So we are going to apply it to the writing experience problem. So over to these people, I'm going to start off with a couple of questions. I'm very curious on what they've really found out in the empathize phase, which was our first phase. We got into the shoes of the customer. We even did a skit for you, a role play for you to see what is going on. They went on field and actually interviewed a lot number of people compared to the ones that you probably saw on the snippet that we had. So here we are. I'm going to sort of do an interview to find out what went on, guys. So nice show last week. It was good talking to all these people and flesh and blood. So they are your potential customers. Yes. So question to you. So first of all, was it useful? Eye opening for you? How was this? How was the experience and all for you?
Firstly, sir, it was definitely useful, I'd say, not just because it's not what we get to learn from them in the process, what we are looking to build a business model on. It's also a new kind of insights these guys bring out, or when we actually observe them, what they are doing for a specific task when asked to do. We've actually come out with great insights, in fact. So we are looking forward to bring them onto the table now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying.
One thing that was definitely to add on to what Siddharth was saying, one thing that definitely came out is how technology has influenced the way students are learning and sharing versus how we used to learn when we were in school. Especially a few of our interviews with customers, the way people are sharing these days, no one is no longer sharing their hard copy books with anyone anymore. They are all capturing it digitally on photograph and other applications and sharing. So a lot of difference between the way we thought learning was going on when we actually went and talked to all our customers.
Okay. So any other aha moments that you said, oh, wait a second, I didn't think of these, and you got that out of the interviews?
Yes.
So one is the sharing part. I totally agree with you. I've seen in my own experience that the students actually whip out their phones and take a picture of the slide and usually ask me to get out of the way so that they can get a view. And then I always heard that they share it with their own groups.
One major difference in the way students are learning these days, again coming back to how digital students are, digitally savvy students are, and how they are accommodating that into their learning process, because YouTube, other learning enablers like NPTEL, they are all huge influences on how students are learning these days. Any concept that he wants to learn or he is not understood, the student goes online and is learning through videos, which was a big insight. We knew that was happening, but the extent to which almost all of our interviewees were of the opinion, they were hugely dependent on videos as a medium for learning.
So, and again, adding on to this point, not just videos, there are a lot of digitally available educational content available for learning. Now, what they've come up in the interviews is they might not be accessible to all the content at all times, especially when they're sitting inside a classroom. Okay. So they want to refer a specific word or a topic, what is going on the whiteboard in the classroom, that they cannot do in certain classes, basically, because of the obvious reason that they cannot use a smartphone inside a classroom. So And coming to the sharing part as well. So there are instances where students are supposed to wait till the end of that class, where they again go back, play the entire PowerPoint presentation slide by slide, or whatever is important to them, just click those images and share it within their peer groups. Or if it's a content written on the whiteboard, it's another problem there would be key. Students cannot wait till the end of the class. The board would be wiped out n number of times in this due course of time.
Right.
So again, getting a phone out in between, clicking a picture is a huge problem for them. And as we see, taking down each and every note for them is also not a option, is what they feel according to them.
Okay, great. So that's one thing that I wanted to find out is how different is your customer journey map from what you had envisaged by yourself to what the on-field survey actually, not survey, on-field interviews actually helped you, is something that is definitely worthwhile doing. So that's why we go and talk to them. So now coming to real things. So what do we work on? What are those starting points for us, say 2 or 3 problem statements that you have that you think have to be addressed as part of our exercise?
So one would basically be the sharing of the content, sir.
Okay.
So from one student to other students in different mediums. One would be clicking pictures and all, or the conventional way which we were thinking to be happening is giving the hard copy to their peers and getting it xeroxed or a copy of that thing. That is a problem statement. Definitely we feel today that not having that easily accessibility to smartphones to do something like this, or actually take down the entire notes and give a hard copy to the classmate, is one of the huge problem statements. Then another problem statement would be the number of subjects they'll have to operate with, as in each subject would have individual notebook and textbook for that thing.
Right.
So again, in our interviews, we found out that not every student has individual notebooks for individual subjects. There are students who maintain a bulky register for all the subjects. They partition that bulky register into 3 or 4 divisions, and each division is an individual subject for them.
And do they actually have some kind of tagging or bookmarking
Yes,
or
yes,
something like
yes.
that? Okay.
So that's how they differentiate between subjects.
Subjects. Okay.
So, and in this situation, if we talk of a user who's having a bulky register and taking down 2-3 subject notes in one register, the problem with him or her would be getting easily retrieving the content which he specifically wants at that moment of time. He has to go through a lot of pages for the page he's actually looking for.
How many subjects do typically they, I mean, you talk to postgraduates, I know you talk to school going kids, so what is the typical number of subjects that they have?
A school going student has on an average around 10 to 13 subjects, 10 to 12, 13 subjects.
Okay.
And a PG student has around 6 to 8, 9 subjects.
Postgraduate has 6 to 8, 9 subjects. Okay. Okay.
And every day probably
60% of that
60 to
subjects.
70% of those subjects would be covered.
Right. A school kid probably have 6
yes,
subjects in a day. Or
6
7
to
subjects,
8 subjects a day. Yeah.
Probably the college going student probably lesser.
Lesser, yeah.
But but to somewhere in that order.
yeah.
Okay, got it. So yeah, go ahead, please.
Then if it coming to the other side of the story is having different notebooks and textbooks for different subjects, where that is very easily seen in school going students even today.
Okay.
Right. So the students have to carry a set weight, which is not really a recommended situation for school going students now, even with the advent of technological advancements we are making. So we feel that is a huge problem there for a student who's carrying like 6 to 7 textbooks plus 6 to 7 notebooks in one bag. That's another problem we've identified. And thirdly, we would say another problem is the access to digital learning content itself.
Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of access to digital content, one is the fact that students are not able to access content in class or at any point of time they want to access because of the kind of tools that enable you to access these contents. The problem with these tools, your tablets or your laptops, is that you have all kinds of access to all kinds of content, not just educational or learning.
Yes.
You have all kinds of
Distractions.
content. Yeah, distractions. So it is difficult for the student and for parents and teachers to, trust the student and make his learning available on such medias. But there is a lot of content available, like he mentioned, for learning. So that is a problem or a gap that we want to look at.
Okay, so great. So we have 3 problems. I'm thinking let's apply the analyze framework. So the 2 tools that we talked about on this. So let's start with say we'll go one by one, so that people who are viewing this will get a fair bit of idea as to how to apply this in any problem that they are working on, and get a real feel for this. After all, design thinking is about practical experience. So that's why you're demonstrating to them how it's done. Right. So let's start with the first problem. The question to ask is, put a y in front of it and say, why is this happening? So I'll leave it to you guys. You can use the means in front of us and get cracking. I'll be an observer, bug on the wall as usual, and I'll observe, and I'll probably drop in a few hints if I think you're going somewhere.
Right. So we'll start with the number of subjects and the books, textbooks and notebooks associated with all the subjects.
Right.
Right. We'll start with that as the problem. Why do students need to carry so many notebooks and textbooks?
Why are students using lot of notebooks and textbooks in school?
Yeah.
Different or lot of notebooks and textbooks.
Will this be the first why, sir?
Yeah.
Will be. Why do students
use several
notebooks and textbooks at school?
So I just set it here. Place it here. First why.
Yeah. Now we apply another why to this.
Yeah. So what's the
So
answer?
what's
for
the
this?
answer to this question?
One is that teachers, there are individual teachers for individual subjects.
Right.
Starting from the root.
Right.
So, and each teacher would like to have to maintain their own subject notes and not mix it with other subject notes.
Right.
For the very obvious reason that they would like to verify the notes what
No,
students.
let's put that as our first statement. As So different subjects. So let's take it as a fact that there are several subjects for students to learn. So different subjects are taught by different teachers. That would be the answer to why students are carrying several notebooks for learning in school.
Yeah. Just put it down here.
Different subjects are taught by different teachers.
Very nice. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Put it under this. We see it as a second why. Why are there different subjects that are taught by different teachers?
Yeah.
So that's the next level.
Right. Well, then to answer that why, teachers would like to, again, like I said, teachers would like to have their specific subject notes in their
Specialization.
book
Yeah.
and not mix with other subjects, so that it's easy for them to organize 60-70 students notebooks for one subject rather than looking 60-70 students notebook which has 2 or 3 other subjects as well.
So that will be difficult for the teacher.
Yes, that will definitely be difficult.
So this would be for verification of notes, so that teacher can verify student notes.
So I think that there you're answering the question, why are different subject notebooks being asked by different teachers, right? So it's not about different subjects being taught by different teachers, but they just want it that way, that it should be separate. The reason for that is what you're saying, is that I want to be able to verify it individually. So that's the...
Okay, so we'll probably have to
But now you have to keep examining whether all this chain makes a logical sense. So, is this the answer? Yes, I think so. Why do students carry several notebooks and textbooks to school? Because different teachers want these it to be maintained as different notebooks.
Yes,
If I have a single register, it's going to be tough.
Yes.
Maths teacher wants this,
Yes.
but the science, no, you can't get it because
So
it's the maths.
rather than different subjects being taught by different teachers, it would be that different teachers would want their notes in
Absolutely, absolutely. You can scrap this and write it if you want.
Different
teachers would want their subjects written in different notebooks, which is essentially why students are carrying different notebooks for different subjects. Yes. So why do teachers mandate that their subject should be written in a separate notebook rather than in one particular notebook?
There comes the answer.
Yeah. So then it would make
for verification.
fair for verification. Is there anything else why a teacher would mandate?
Verification, correction of.
Yeah, correction, verification and correction.
But do teachers actually do that? Do they sit and verify class notes? I don't do that but I'm a college professor. I'm
Yeah, as a
different.
college
School teacher, probably they do. School teachers, they do. Yeah, so this is probably true for a school case.
Yes.
As there will be like homeworks as well.
Right, right. So yeah, they'll have to check that as well, and that has to be in different notebooks as well. Perfect. Makes sense. Makes sense. This is for school teachers.
so this is for verification and
Notes.
yeah.
Notes, yeah, and assignments. Or here.
Yeah, this goes like this. You can keep it to one level after the other. So I'm just doing it this way.
Okay, so why do teachers want to verify the notes or assignments that they have asked the students to do to ensure that the learning is happening? Yes.
How effectively to ensure how effectively learn.
The assumption is that the notes that they have written has gone through their mind and it's coming is on that. So whatever they've learnt or heard or whatever is what is being transferred to the notebook. That's the assumption.
To understand the learning process or
No, to ensure that the learning has happened, effective learning has happened for the student, which is why they want to see whether the notes have been taken and the assignments have been completed.
Perfect. Okay. So why would a teacher be interested in effective learning? That's their job. That's what they paid for. Right. Right. Okay. So that would be the. So when you reach a natural limit or you reach something very fundamental, you can stop. You can stop usually.
Would it be possible to have multiple answers to the same question?
Oh
of why?
yes, oh yes. I have seen seen students do it. I've done it myself. Is to have branched why as well. So you'll have a line coming here as well. I've seen that as well.
So I think in this case, probably
You can have a force.
yeah. So one reason why students need to share notes is probably because I'm a slow writer, or my understanding, or it takes time for me to comprehend and put it down to words.
right.
So that might be one.
Pace of understanding and jotting down is slow.
Yeah, that could be one reason.
Slow writing.
Slow learning and understanding. Okay. Yeah. Another reason could be that I was absent on a particular.
You can keep right underneath.
So that we have a branch.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a branch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Another reason could be that I was absent on a certain day.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Lack of attendance.
Lack of attendance. Yeah. Another reason could be that I want a better learning experience from someone who's written notes better than me.
Right. Yeah. there are always these good notes takers. Yeah, good note takers.
So even if I have written my notes, I would probably want, someone who's written notes better, who I'm sure
Maybe
has
your-
written
Their
notes.
handwriting will be.
Yeah, they
Speaking
do
of
all
personal
these.
experience, I can see.
Right.
Yeah.
So looking for better note-taking students or
Right, better notes. from
Better
other
notes,
students.
better notes.
Better
Better
notes.
notes.
Looking for better notes. Yeah, seeking better
from
notes.
classmates.
Yes. So now we have to apply Y on each of these.
Yes, yes. Now you got your job got triply cumbersome. Yes.
So pace of understanding writing is slow. So why would be the pace of understanding and writing be slow for a student?
That would be
For the obvious reason that everyone's
understanding and
Is not.
We are all
Yeah.
not built the same.
built the same way.
Yeah.
So
So we could say that's a natural limit we've hit.
Natural limit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think
then this
So I think we can put that down, or should we be putting that down?
Up to you. I mean, if it makes the problem richer in understanding, you can put it down. I don't mandate it.
I think we can put it down, sir.
Okay, put it down.
Natural limitation for an individual student. Right.
Again, some of these are some assumptions that we have. So let it be that way. It's your own understanding of the situation. It's not reality itself represented. It's just your understanding.
Why would there be lack of attendance to?
That particular class.
So
Subjective. So
it could be
Maybe a
because
good
he was sick.
Good movie is playing.
Yeah, it could be because he was sick.
Yeah. Sickness is a
Illness.
common. Yeah.
Illness could be a common reason.
engaged in some other activity.
Yeah, engaged.
Co-curricular activities in school.
Yeah, at school they pull you out for some other
Annual
activity.
day and all.
Yeah, like a gathering,
day,
annual day, school day.
Engaged in other school activities.
Yeah.
Or absent for personal
Yeah,
reasons.
I think let's keep it to this one.
One.
Yeah. And looking for better notes from classmates would be because they want to score better marks for their exams, or because they want.
Probably missed out a couple of lines in between when teacher was teaching or while they were taking down, or
Yeah, all the important points these guys. I mean,
and see and try to understand how a studious student is preparing his notes. So that
Yeah. No, looking for better notes from classmates. Why would? Because I think that point would come here. If he's missed a few lines, then it will again come to his
writing is
writing becoming slow.
So I
So
think this will be.
when I am looking for better notes, I am expecting that my learning outcome from those notes would be better than my learning
notes.
from my own notes. Yes. So we are looking at better learning outcome. So can we put that down as better learning
Yeah.
outcome?
For better understanding.
Yeah. So why are we looking for better notes from classmates? Because our learning outcomes are going to be better. Fine. Okay. So I think this one is done. Why would student be engaged in other school activities?
classias, house captains, they have other duties as well to conduct in the school.
Yeah.
So that could be one of the reasons.
So if they're monitors of the
Monitor,
class
yeah.
or class leaders or representatives of classes, yes, they can have other jobs to do. when
Other
it's possible.
responsibilities.
Other
Other
responsibilities.
responsibilities.
Yeah. Okay.
For better
So
learning outcome, why would someone?
Why would someone want better learning outcome?
So that
They can score better marks.
Yeah.
That could be one reason, but
understanding it
better,
Better
understanding,
learning,
better learning experience, but it becomes the same.
learning outcome.
To do good in academics.
Yeah, that's what. So to do good in academics would essentially
Academics is not
translate.
the entire concept of
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah, so that's what. Either you can have a better learning, or you can translate that better learning into your academic performance, which is like basically scoring better in your exams. So you can put down one reason as
having a clear idea on the topic, basically.
On the subject?
On the subject.
Clear understanding.
Clear understanding on the subject.
On the subject. Fine.
Okay. Because academics and all come automatically if the student has a clear understanding of what he's about to learn.
Why does he want a clear understanding? Because that's why he's there in school.
So natural limited.
Yeah. And other responsibilities, that is again coming back to school being holistic and that being a natural part of his activity in school. I think that's it.
Okay. So what's the third problem statement that you're working on?
That was access to digital content.
Access to digital content. Okay.
Okay. So why do students have the necessity to access digital content?
Okay. So one reason could be that the learning that happened inside the classroom was incomplete, which is why they would be looking at something like digital content.
Incomplete learning.
Incomplete learning in classroom. Another reason could be that such content are more engaging than your. So I think we can put those two reasons down.
Digital content are more engaging, and also that they have a lot of options in digital content, not just class textbooks or something. So that is also
already learnt. Yeah. So let's put all that down into the word of engaging, meaning your options, something that is coming as new. So let's put it all down into the fact that digital learning is more engaging.
Yeah. Right. So we can just
play along. Yeah. So why is learning incomplete in classroom? Because probably the teacher would only explain it once for the entire class and no individual attention is given for one particular student.
Right. No individual attention.
And why would digital content be more engaging than a monologue from a teacher in class?
Yeah, digital content is again an online kind of a service, so it has n number of options where students can go and pick up from.
Yeah. Also, probably the tools that digital content allows you to use would be much more greater than what a teacher can do in a classroom. Right. He can use animations, he can use all kinds of digital tools. Right. So that could also be one reason.
So access to fancy tools, trendy learning tools.
Yeah, tools.
Trendy learning tools and animation.
Okay. So why is individual attention not given to a particular student? Because if a teacher would start giving individual attention to each and every student, he or she would not be able to complete. So it would be
to complete the syllabus.
To complete the sub portions, syllabus. Yes. I think why is there access to more learning? Because that's the way it is.
Okay. Again, natural limit. That's how world seems to be working this way. Okay.
To complete. Why does the teacher want to complete the syllabus? Because she's being monitored and
the
curriculum demands or the school demands that the teacher complete this. In fact, in our customer and stakeholder interviews, we've also come to identify that teachers have a weekly review wherein they are expected to see that certain amount of portions are completed in that particular week.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's a difficult situation that a teacher is when they don't cover what they're supposed to in a week, in a resolution of a week. Okay, I get it.
Why do schools demand teachers to complete the syllabus? Again, it's
the function of the school itself. Yeah, this is why they exist in the first place, to complete courses. Okay. I think you've done a comprehensive analysis of the 3 questions that you started off with. So one thing I would like to tell you is that this branching is common. It's done, and sometimes you reach levels deeper in one line of thinking and not in another problem.
Right.
One could be potentially you don't have enough information, you don't have enough experience. Others you may have more information and understand, so it may go deeper. So that's probably why you went deeper in some and not in somewhere else. So you can also augment this with field studies. You can go to customers, observe them, and actually see if any of this is valid. This is based on your own experiences or some of the interviews that you've had in the past. You can also go particularly check for these as well. That's also accepted to do. Okay. So good. So now the logical next step is to identify a particular level at which you have to operate. Okay. So you can pick saying one or two things is that you see that according to your own subjective judgment that yes, this is a very important problem level at which we have to work, and so you can pick one level like that. Or you have seen students come often to you, or you have observed students in a state where, oh yeah, this is a problem, somebody has voiced it to you or you've heard it in the past. So these two you can use to fix at what level you're going to work. Okay. So that's the once you fix the level, then we'll go into the conflict of interest analysis. We'll pick one in any of these, just pick one, and we will work with that on the conflict of interest to show how it's done to the audience. So your subjective judgment, and where you saw that students were in your own interviews, you said, wait a minute, these are really interesting ones for them.
Can we use sharing as our just
You're
yeah.
ready. You decide.
Yeah,
Sharing.
because students are doing a lot of sharing,
Okay.
and they are using existing technology to somehow meet their necessity. It's not done in a proper way, so we would like to explore.
Okay. Okay. So now can you fix the level or the particular why which is your focus?
So probably this one, better learning outcome.
Better learning outcomes. Okay.
That is the level you'd want to reach.
Okay. So we'll fix it at that one. So we're going to do work here. Yeah, we can do that.